And it's not my fault.
It doesn't absolve them for that, but it absolves. But I have to be accountable for my own choices to go in the strip club.
I know that it was easy to go out there and get a PPP loan.
I ain't gonna lie, AJ, that's kind of like saying somebody robbed somebody and then they say, oh, the person that's getting robbed is they thought they had cash on them.
Listen, it was a bunch of
because if you had a watch on, I might think you got some cash on you. And if you walking late at night with your watch with it bezeled out, like, hold on, you might get robbed.
And it was a bunch of ways to finesse. It was a bunch of PPP money out there. Now, should we blame the federal government for putting the PPP money available and so easy for people to get?
No.
Should we blame the people that finessed the system knowing that they didn't have a business and knowing that they didn't deserve to get that PPP money?
You talking about something different. That's illegal. They can get caught. They got 10 years to go ahead and hold that down. You're missing the point. It's a metaphor. Let me bring it back for you. The point is that you can't blame other people or the system for you doing the wrong thing. You still knew it was wrong.
Well, Anton, you're right. Here's another example, right? You're right.
Trying to remove responsibility from
women. So if I'm a guy, wait, and then I'm gonna drop it. If I'm a guy and I have a baby with one of these chicks and then end up on child support where I got to lose 20% of my check for the next 18 years of my life, am I still gonna be talking about her accountability, or I'm gonna have some accountability for myself at that point?
It's both, but you don't remove accountability from her. She still needs to be held accountable for her actions.
I'm never removing accountability from the woman. I'm not saying that.
You can't remove accountability from the woman.
No, what I'm saying is that if no one goes to work for free, if we looking at finessing men and it's not about love, or you could be like Shawnee with Shaq. Oh, I don't think I ever loved him, but yet you were sleeping with him when he was married. When you was married. What are you doing? What are you talking about?
Posted the wrong shit.
You're going down a rabbit hole now. All I know is,
because again, it's
responsibility from women.
But Anton, he's not though. He's not. Rock, we can't hear your audio is messed up. So he's saying it's both parties, but here's a prime example.
That's women not what he led with. He didn't say it was both people's responsibility. He said, shouldn't we hold the men accountable for the things that women are doing?
Okay.
No, that is never what I said.
That's not what he said.
He said it's the men's fault. He says the men's fault.
Isn't it the men's fault?
No, never said that. What I said is I said products that don't get purchased don't exist. That's all I said.
Yeah, you did say that, but
here's the prime example.
That's what I led with.
Wait, here's the prime example of what he's talking about. Hoes. You guys, we talk about how women are. They being hoes, they be more sexualized. But guess what? On this panel, some of you men say hoes are needed. So imagine if men didn't give attention to hoes. I honestly, even though women should take accountability, I honestly think women would act better, would move better if men weren't giving attention. Granted,
people. I don't care if I get out here. I can get out here and wave $20,000 in your face.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, I want you to bust it down for a real one. It's your responsibility to say no.
You're right. We're both right.
But is that not a moral though, Tom?
I think I get what Q was saying. Oh, is that me echoing?
Yes,
we good.
No, I don't think it's her.
Rockstar,
that's your audio. We can't even hear you. Yeah. Leave and come back. Go ahead. Okay. Wait, question. Should men be held at a higher standard than women?
Honestly, I was going back to the other subject y'all was talking about.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's better. Okay.
No, I was saying that I kind of get what AJ was saying, but not all the way. But back in the day when there was when there was men doing stuff and whoring around, and it was already understood that's what men were going to do. I believe when men took the shame off the women who they were sleeping with, look, the whores, when the shame left the whores, that's when the problem came. Nobody wanted to be a whore. Nobody wanted to be deemed a whore. Back in the days, whores knew their place. They knew not to come out the box. They knew not to approach the wife. They knew to stay in the slums. They knew to stay in their place. But nowadays, the shame has switched. Now whores are being celebrated, and the good girls are being looked at like they're crazy, even though it shouldn't be that way. I believe men dropped the ball with the shame. Whores should never stop being shamed.
That's not true.
That's a fact.
That's
I agree.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Let's hear it, Rock. What you got to say, boss?
So where I'm disagreeing with her at is saying that again, it's the same merry-go-round, some kind of way, no matter what it is that a woman do, we always get the blame. We're not to blame for the shame being taken away from the hoes being hoes. We all know that the system, the media, these magazines, they cause this. The government, as far as with the subsidizing, not having a man in the house, that is a part of what got rid of the shame. That in turn, where you do have the men that do not shame these women that do that, and they all embrace women being whores, whether they come from single mama homes. So if we're gonna really connect the dots, the root, I was taught this, in order to heal a tree, you can't start by trying to fix the leaves or the broken branches. You got to go into the roots. And the root of the problem when it comes to these type of situations, it always leads back to who? The single mama.
So, Rock, I have a question. So imagine right now today, if men stop giving attention to hoes, they stop liking their pictures, stop signing up for OnlyFans, stop promoting it in music. Do you think women are going to change? Not all. Do you think some of these women are going to change because they see they're not getting the type of men attention that they want? It's a yes or no.
Yes.
So if that's the case, right? Do you think if men of today would stop doing this, this would help our culture in many ways? This would change women's mindset. I'm not taking accountability for how women are acting, not at all. I just think if men became more leaders and actually moving in the way they want women to be, not effing and smashing these hoes that they talk about, go after the woman you want a wife. That's the picture of the woman you want a wife.
That's like saying if all women decided to stop stripping in strip clubs, then men wouldn't go. Of course we wouldn't go.
No. If men stop going to strip clubs, them hoes gonna have to get a real job.
If women stop going in strip clubs, men will stop throwing their money in them.
No, Anton.
Exactly. We could do this all night long.
Back in the time. Now listen,
they have brothels for them hoes.
Cameras in their face, then men will stop looking at porn.
Cause and effect exists.
But it seems like it's going back. It's going back to the
leaders, not women.
The crackhead for smoking the crack or the drug dealer for selling the crack. We can go back.
Nobody can be resolved of responsibility. Just because one person is doing it. Look, you said your parents was taught you something about trees. Got you. God damn it. I was taught that it takes two to tango. So you can't tempt me with something that I'm not interested in. You can't force me to give you no money. You can't force me to fuck you. You can't force me to do nothing. So as much as you offer and as much as you shake it, I don't care. I don't have to indulge. And so responsibility is on the individual. It does not absolve you from being held responsible just because I decide that I will or I won't. You still got to be responsible for your actions.
Because the man,
then everybody has to suffer the consequences that will come from those actions.
Self-accountability, which is a part of the problem with African-American women in our culture. It always going to keep leading to that. For some reason, they, not all, refuse to accept accountability for anything.
Every grown person has a choice, and that man doesn't make the choice for you. You make the choices for yourself. So basically, if you make the choice,
basically saying, and what AJ is saying, both together, two peas in a pod. Basically, what they're saying together is that they want us to be our daddies.
Wait, but aren't you Rita's daddy? Didn't you say men are supposed to be
Absolutely.
women's daddies?
I am.
Aren't you? Okay, so aren't men supposed to be leaders?
I'm the father of my wife.
Okay, Anton, I have a question. Do you think the men of today, of what you see, are mostly?
I'm not the father of all of y'all motherfuckers.
No,
I'm the
no,
father.
I get that. I get that. But do you think the men of today, with what we see with the DL, the gays, the more emotional men, do you think the men of today are more leaders, majority wise? Yes or no?
The ones in Atlanta.